dilemma. In a world filled with images of violence, homelessness, and despair, how can you as an individual make a difference in the world? Well, if one group has their way, the answer lies in yoga. Off the Mat into the World is a program that leads the charge in a growing movement of conscious activism. The course is designed to help yoga students find their best way to give back to their community. Developed by 3 yoga visionaries, Suzanne, Hala, Khouri, and Seane, the first San Francisco chapter was recently held at Glide Memorial Church in downtown San Francisco.
Well, Off the Mat into the World is a synthesis of so many things that I've studied along the years that wraps up in this kind of a concise flow. The different parts of the yoga practice that I love so much, about how I take what I cultivate onto the mat and bring it into fruition, how I manifest it. And I love the tools that are taught in Off the Mat and how we can find our own voice, how we can find the ways in which we get in our own way, how our wounds may be holding us back, and then finding communication tools to help us really express what we need, finding boundaries, and then finally, creating this service project that we can manifest and see and create, just like the one that's happening now.
I would describe it as it was kind of like a reminder to me to be active in the world in a way that takes what I've learned on my yoga mat, to be compassionate and to push myself when I need to be pushed, but take child's pose when I need to take child's pose, and take all of that wisdom and give it away. You know what I mean? That's what the Bhagavad Gita says about all of the efforts that we go through. We work and we work and we work, and then we give the fruits of our labor away. So really, I think that Off the Mat teaches people to take the fruits of their asana practice and give it away out into the world.
It's kind of like a self-discovery path in a way, but it helps you come out and find more of your purpose and how you can help like the community, or just it's how you can help, really.
At times, my yoga class would be the high point of my week, and I would feel this connectedness and a sense of energy and a sense of, I guess, potential that I wouldn't feel the rest of the time, where I could easily get distracted by work or, just the other concerns of life. And I felt like, okay, well, how do I take that feeling that I get, and how do I spread that out over the rest of the week? But also, and not just that feeling of positivity, but also, okay, what can I do with this to help it bleed over into other people's lives?
What I got out of this class was an ability for me to focus and to really dig deep within myself, or at least to start digging deep within myself, to recognize roadblocks that I might have and ways that I can move forward, things that were stopping me. I'm more cognizant of now, and I've learned at least a little bit to work around those. I think that experience or that path is going to take a little bit longer. Of course, it's not something that happens overnight, but at least I'm moving now in the right direction.
I think this class has really encouraged me making my activism efforts and volunteer efforts more sustainable to me. So actually taking care of myself before the people I'm trying to serve, and thereby, being more effective and more present. And also realizing the importance of the little things, not that it doesn't have to be all or nothing. Like if you can't save everyone in the world, then you might as well just do nothing and feel bad about the state of the world. Like you can just do something little, and that's, sometimes the best thing you can do.
The group also works on a seva, or service project, together. Glide Memorial Church has over 80 programs, the largest of which is their meals program. Each and every year, the church serves over 750,000 meals to anyone who walks through their doors. off-the-mat students helped one Saturday morning.
We have one peanut butter sandwich, one meat sandwich, which would be bologna, but today we're having turkey. So it's one turkey, one peanut butter jelly, and a snack.
It takes 60 volunteers a day to help us process and get through the meals program. Can't do it without the help of our volunteers. Here's the USF.
Shirley Cherry, Volunteer Resources Program Administrator, explains the magic of Glide.
For me, the description is a place that feeds the soul.
I think it's a great way to end the class because I think because we're working together, we're understanding more of like how we can come together and do things quickly. Something as simple as like sandwich making might seem like, you know, very, very mechanical, but I mean it's something that needs to be done, and it's something that like could be done in a short amount of time, you know, but it still makes a difference for today, for people today, you know.
Well, this whole program is about sustainable activism, and the only way you can really be sustainable, the only way you can show up with endurance in your community, in your relationships, however you choose to serve, is if you show up from a meaningful place. And so the process was really critical in forcing you to connect first with who you are, what made you up, what experiences shaped how you're showing up in the world today, and actually taking that awareness and moving that forward into how you can show up in your community, into how you can give back from your own authentic experience.
So what's next for Off the Mat Into the World? They're taking their activism to one of the poorest areas in the world, helping children who comb the garbage slums of Cambodia to help their families.
I'm also planning to raise $20,000 to go to Cambodia for the Off the Mat Into the World 2008 Seva Challenge. So that right now is where I'm at, and I'm getting myself organized to raise the money, and hope to be there in February of 2009.
Now that yoga is a multi-billion-dollar industry, so much of its spirit has been hijacked by commercialism. Off the Mat is focusing on the spirit of generosity and personal responsibility.
If we get more and more studios and more teachers involved in this kind of work, I think it will really inspire a lot of people to do more yoga and to do more community service and to kind of just lift all boats, basically, both on an individual basis and on a community basis. Like every single studio will have, you know, a number of Seva projects that they're aligned with. So every studio you go to say, well, here's the things that we're doing, and that will define the studio as much as whether they're Iyengar on Usara or Eclectic or, you know, Bikram or whatever. But it's like we're all connecting to projects outside of the studio walls.
For more information, go to offthematintotheworld.org.